Yo, what's going on, guys? K7 here. I've been getting asked a lot what I think about the new Yasuo, new Yasuo changes and how Yasuo is this patch. I'm gonna go over it all. I'm gonna talk about some new combo routes he has. I'll talk about my thoughts on the patch, and I'll just basically give you guys a rundown of what we're doing now. Let's get you guys up to speed. So basically how they nerf Yasuo, they nerfed pretty much all of his kit. They touched on just about everything. So they nerfed his damage. I believe last patch he just got a damage nerf as well. Like the last two patches he got a damage nerf, I think. Obviously nerfing his stance H. They also nerfed the S1 damage. It's just reduced by 5, so it's not that much, but it's still a damage nerf reduction. It kind of adds up. They nerfed his mid-air J2H. It's really apparent on block. I'm trying to mix somebody up, right? Like I do something like this. You used to be able to cancel this move on block, but you cannot do that anymore. So if you do that, you just fall to the ground and you're negative. So you can be punished for going for a mix up here. Like I don't hate it, right? If they want me to get punished for going for a mix up, sure. Or if I got to try to keep myself safe with an assist, if that's what they're aiming for, sure. But usually when you're trying to mix somebody up with Yasuo, you usually have a situation where you'll use this move as like an instant overhead. So you kind of want to use your assist to get you the instant overhead situation. So they're just kind of making him punishable on a mix up, unless you're playing freestyle or like 2x assist maybe, I guess. But you got to find ways to keep yourself safe. And that's not just like, J2H into cross up or J2H into, air fireball. And then next they ended up nerfing his landing recovery on the J2H, which again, we just kind of spoke about it. And they also nerfed his on block pressure with Stomp. So Stomp pushes back slightly further on hit and on block. The frame data is still the same. So if you have a character like Darius or Alawi or anything like that, if you do stance Stomp and you press jab after it, you will still be able to beat their jab, but they make it push slightly further now. So the only thing that will reach would be like a 2L. And the reason for this is so that characters with slower buttons can either challenge you or they can like squirm out and try to get away from you. It's not always in the corner, right? Like right here, they can probably like try to get away from you with a backdash or something. This changes his pressure because sometimes I would use stance Stomp to reset pressure for people that are like kind of falling asleep on defense, but you can't really do that anymore. I guess you have to change up your pressure if you want to, use stance Stomp. I don't really see why it got hit because it's not really like one of the pain points of Yasuo's kit, right? I don't think this character was ever like hated because Stomp was so broken, right? But it was really good, so I guess it's a way to hit the character. And next they nerfed his backward movement speed has been reduced by 20%. He's definitely slower now, so getting away from certain characters is a bit harder. Characters especially like Echo, who's really fast, so that's something to take note of. You have to be careful when you're trying to backdash. You have to just be careful that you're not getting clipped by anything. But we do have a buff in here as well, where they buff the backdash speed on the calm stance. It's a pretty cool buff, I guess, but it's nothing to write home about, really, because once you're in calm stance, you can't block. So using anything that like is restricting your defense is not typically a good thing in fighting games, especially a game so active like 2xKO. If they see the stance and they just do anything, I can't cancel into parry. I guess you could jump and probably block, but like, I don't know. It doesn't really make too much of a difference for the character's playstyle, in my opinion, unless I am missing something. And next, the mid-air S1, the hurt box has been increased in size, so it's going to make it easier to hit Yasuo if he's doing the move. And his anti-air, his 2H got nerfed. So now the character is not just like full 360 2Hing you, sure. His 2H was pretty wild before, but there's some other 2Hs in the game that are very wild as well. So if Yasuo got this nerf, I would like to see this nerf on some other characters. I made a tweet actually. In this tweet, I was pretty dooming about like Yasuo. I was saying, bro, why did Yasuo get shot to death? I wasn't saying that because I think Yasuo is actually dead. I think Yasuo's still fine. I think he's a good character. You can still use him. He's good. He's definitely a good character still. But when I see nerfs like nerfs to Yasuo 2H and Echo still has an insane 2H, if my move is so egregious, if my 2H is so insane, then Echo should be nerfed as well, because I think Echo has an insane 2H as well. The last thing that they ended up changing was his super assist. Everybody knows how insane this was. His super assist was nuts last patch. This is definitely a needed nerf. I'm not complaining about this one at all. But yeah, those are like the nerfs of the characters. Now it's time to give you guys some combos and some, different thoughts on, how you could use the character now. Ends up with limit strike, so it gives you some bar and gives you some break, and unless you set up wind wall for some decent Oki setups. So I think this is a solid mid-screen combo that you guys should be going for. And then I'll give you guys a corner route. So this is the corner route that I've been doing. This is actually a decently new combo. right there, and then you can end the wind wall again to get a nice little Oki setup for you. Just be careful, don't let people roll out of the corner here. That combo actually has a really good extension that I'm going to show you guys right now. Ends with a tag launch, so this will be character specific or team specific. So whatever your character does off of their tag launch or your secondary character does off of their tag launch, keep in mind that you'll need to understand what that looks like. Nice 70% damage combo. Really cool route that you have there for Yasuo. It works really well with some assists as well. Like you can hit this combo pretty much from mid screen if you have an assist that'll keep the opponent standing, like echo assist. So if you do like stab into echo assist, you could dash up and like do the same combo. It's really good. Now I'll give you guys a throw combo. This is a new setup. Any tornado super from Yasuo that leaves the opponent kind of floating in the air after. I call it Mickey Nato just because like it's, I don't know, it looks funny or it sounds funny. And the reason this is good is because after you spend the super, you can go for a stance H and end up getting a wall splat. You could also spend a ton of meter here if you have another character, or sorry, if you have enough meter to spend, but I'll show you guys real quick. So that's a 2-bar spend off of a throw. This is 50% of your life off of a throw. You could spend all 3 bars as well if you just do stance H and then you do super like here, and then after the super you do another level 1 super with Yasuo. It's hard for me to get because I'm playing double down with my team, but it's something that you could do. There's a way to get it as well off of a regular BNB, which I'll show you guys here in a second. So that's a new Yasuo combo that you could do in the corner instead if you wanted to go for the Mickey Nato route. That one's a bit, it's not hard to do. It's actually pretty auto timed. Some of the other ones are a bit harder to do, but this route is a bit easier or on the easier side. I like how it uses a lot of new routing that I haven't seen before. I think it's pretty cool. You guys should definitely give it a try. It's a bit consistent, so you can do it consistently in your games, but it's pretty niche. So I would say use it when you know you can get a kill, right? And I want to keep this relatively Yasuo specific. I don't really want to get into team stuff just yet. Let me know what you guys think and what you guys want to see next. I appreciate you guys for watching. Hope this found you well. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Yasuo. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Peace.